My name is Laksha and previously it was Lakshya Pandapalal. So I found that last name is quite difficult for others to pronounce. So in this country, I changed my last name to Dantran.
And can you tell me where are you from?
I am from Kerala, a southern state of India.
And can you tell me about your life in India before your conversion?
Actually, my life in India was not that good. From childhood, I had this search in me for myself. I used to think I'm different from others, and I raised in a very conservative family. So my feelings and everything was like a girl. So I was not courage enough to tell that truth to my friends or colleagues or even to my parents. So I was keeping that in my heart like a secret. And that was a burden for me. Even if I dress up like a guy or a boy, and I hang out with boys, that feeling is different. In class, if I share one bench or desk with my friends, my approach is totally different. And I used to feel that. And I don't know how they were looking at us, but I know that they can tease me though. Dance was a God gift for me. So my passion towards dance was greatly encouraged by my father. I could join in a college to learn professionally dance. And I studied around 6 years in that college. That is called Kalakshetra Foundation in Southern India, in a different city. So I went there, and my father took me there, and I got admission. I successfully completed my 6 years education there in dance.
Wow.
And I got the professional certification. And I got a job there in the same organization. And whatever I was doing, and everybody was praising about my dance, you are doing so good teacher, good performer, everything. But that was okay. I mean, externally that was fine, but internally I don't know how far I could be really happy and excited about those words. Without dance, I would have been collapsed actually. So dance, something everybody like, everybody appreciate, and people, even if I have some feminine nature or something, nobody criticize me because they simply say, oh baby, because of dancing, for them. But for me, not because of dancing, that is because of my true self.
Mm-hmm.
So carrying that sort of confusions and being all the time extra cautious about other people, what they will say about me. So, so that was a lot of energy consuming process to be all the time being alert, and then, so that kind of life, like a double life, I would say. I tried my best to move on with the way I was. And at the age of 30, and after my father's demise, I started thinking more seriously about my personal life, because I don't want to be an object of all the time, an object of being abused all the time. I didn't want to be like that. So I thought very seriously about that. I was in my deep thought. Then I thought maybe because of my physique, if I make my physique visible, as maybe however my feelings, how is my feelings, and if I could connect both, that will be the great thing I can ever do, so that I am clear with my feelings and my body and everything. That moments I started thinking about converting, do a sex reassignment surgery. I used to search in the internet what are the possibilities, is it expensive or not, and is that painful. But physical pain is not a big thing for me, because mentally I was really having that great wound of not living the true, a kind of living lie. And in 2008 I could convince some people, and I could collect some money, and I underwent sex reassignment surgery. And when I have done all my surgical procedures, and then officially I changed my name and I got female status. And I went through all the psychiatric treatment, hair treatment, then breast implant and everything one step at a time. So that was, according to me, everything was pretty clear because I was very confident in that. I was very confident in my true self because there is, how can I imagine things? Because I just go to live in the society how I feel inside, right? I cannot change my mind for somebody else. And I never felt it's something wrong in me.
What was your family's reaction and culture's reaction to your desire to transition?
I was very scared actually. I was always thinking, oh my God, how will I express to my family? And how they're gonna treat me after that. So I had a lot of questions in my brain, and I was getting too overwhelmed with that. Then I used to talk about my issues to media. Media people are always interested in finding new things and discussing, you know. But for me, it's a kind of relief. So I used to open my heart and I used to tell them this is what's happening. So at that time, they asked me the same question, what about your family? Then I said, my family, they still don't know about that. They still don't know. Then they said, do you think we can help in some way? Then I said, of course, if it is in any way. Then they said, okay, whatever you want to say, you say. We will record and send to your family. If you cannot say in person or phone, so they will see the video and then you will know the reaction. So I did what they said. I just sent the CD and my mother with other brothers, they all were watching. But when they opened the video, when they saw me in the female outfit, two of my brothers vanished because they weren't interested at all. My mother was crying, and a lot of emotional impact happened over there. If you ask me this question now, I just still don't know what was that like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't know what they feel.
Right.
So this is always, there should be some things unexplainable also in this world, right? We cannot explain everything. There are something beyond our knowledge, beyond our capacity of thinking. I got the courage to do that, and I did it. And my mother is still supporting me.
That's great. And how did this make you feel that your mother was the only one to support you?
I took it as a challenge. I took the decision to convert myself. So what was that courage? So why should I, after conversion, why should I beg to others? Then they will point out, then why did you change yourself? That's a problem, no? So I was completely taking the responsibility. Okay, even if I'm struggling, even if I'm living a good life, I'm the person responsible for that. It doesn't matter that how long I'm living. The matter is how I lived.
Right.
So I was pretty happy that, I did it. Finally, I did it. So I think God gives me that courage to overcome all these obstacles which come across my path after conversion. Life will be very boring without experiences and challenges, I believe.
I agree.
I am in my 40s. But I feel that now only start my life. You know? Like, what about my college life? What about my youth? What about my childhood? So I was totally detached from this world. I never lived. So now only I lived. So for others, you are such a mature, your age is 40 plus, and why you are behaving like a teenage? Because now only I'm living, you know. They might think, still Laksha is not serious, he's playful. What they mean by, they have a kind of mindset that, okay, age of 18 you should do something. Age of 25 you should do something. Age of 30 you are supposed to be like this. Age of 40 you're supposed to be completely settled.
Right.
I mean, they're judging other people with their own mindset.
Exactly.
Some people criticized me. I was very hurt by that as well. Like, you are keeping in your name like Laksha, that called aim or goal, but you don't have that goal in your life. I said, what the hell are you talking about? My life itself is a goal. If I could convert every single moment I'm fulfilling my goals.
Yes.
What do you mean by goal? Explain to me. Getting so much money and having a big house and marrying, having children, and is that a goal, Remy? If
Yeah.
without attempting suicide, if I'm still surviving. That itself is my goal, because
Yes.
that much frustration I get every day from society. That much frustration, that much every day dying. The heart is every day dying. It is living with a dead heart. People are just very hard, too confident, and then just, oh, this is how it should be.
Right.
I still don't know why some people say like that.
I think because, like we were saying yesterday about comfort zone, people like to stay in the comfort zone, not even just in their lives, but I think other people want other people to stay in their comfort zone, because then if they see people doing things, it challenges their comfort zone, their comfort, their ideas about the world when somebody steps outside of those boxes.
Exactly, because they think that, sometimes this all trans community or LGBT community can be a burden for people who are doing well.
What keeps you feeling like you should keep going in life?
Oh my God, that's a good question. What makes me think to move on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to compete with people. Don't ever get self-discouraged. What the nature tries to tell me, not the people. For example, oh, you didn't do your education well, you didn't do that, and you didn't do that. So if I keep accepting those things, I will be always thinking that, oh my God, I am less person comparatively. So first, I stop that kind of thinking. Maybe that thought comes from individuality. Individually, Laksha can give something, others can give something. So I need to look at myself and bring that out. What I need to know, my power. What is the inbuilt power in me? Forget about other things. That I should focus. Then there will be way to go, instead of worrying about other things. Because I already told you, I'm not living my age. I'm not living my age. I have this transgender issues. Even if I did my surgery, it's a surgery. It's not. I cannot become just like a cis woman just by doing a surgery. Certain alterations can be made. It's not like complete. It's not a magic or anything. And still, people look at us like a minority community. Discrimination is still there. Rejection is there. It depends people's mood, how they talk to us. If they're in a bad mood, oh, that's the bad scene ever I can imagine.
Yeah.
So we should try to step back from all the situations. So that means we are not complete. We need to be always conscious about things. We need to be extra cautious about what's going on around. So when I am having these many issues and I am surviving, and still I'm not allowing my depression to dominate me. I'm being aware of myself. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to find my destiny. So that kind of strong thoughts making me move on. So, for example, cis people have all this world is made for them. That's the idea. I mean, when two people marry, they have children, they will work for the children, for their children's future. That's where the business starts. And the children also will do the same thing. They will marry. It's like it's like a business.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything will stop, right?
Right.
So that's the entire business idea.
Now, did you have any intimate romantic relationship after changing your name to Laksha?
Yeah, of course. I had, because I was very excited. The moment I converted completely myself and changed my name, and I was I don't know how to express that feeling. When I look at myself in the mirror, Oh, I was like, I thought I'm the happiest girl in the world. That's the way I was thinking about.
Mm,
So, when people are happy, it attracts other people. It's
definitely.
a magic. If you're very happy and playful, people try to be with you. Maybe as a friend, or maybe there's some people try to love you. Things that happens. But I never know. There are a lot of predators out there. They're watching me, following me, thinking how to make use of me. But I thought that, oh, because I'm trans, I'm converted, I underwent all this surgery pain, so people will never ever hurt me. I was like that. I think I was too confident. I was too confident. I mean, overconfidence. I shouldn't have been like that. Brought me a lot of unwanted guys to my life in the name of romantic relationship. Sometimes after everything, they criticize my private parts and they say, "This is not original. If you just feel doing some kind of process, and how can you claim that it's a real vagina? This is not gonna work." You know, that is something more than they're killing me. I tell them that whatever you say for me, that's the reality. For me, that's the reality. Don't compare like that. What you're telling me that you could kill me instead of saying like this. Then they say you are not deserved to live. You should die. These men are crazy. Sometimes when they get frustrated and they get
Yes.
angry, domestic violence. India is really hard.
And can you tell me why did you ultimately leave India?
After my conversion, uh, these men who were torturing me, saying, they will come for the relationship, and after some time they start fighting with me, and it got really extreme. So I had the feeling that anyway I am officially female, so I will get all respect as a female if I go to police station or somewhere. There I realized, oh my God, even if I'm a professional dancer, even if I'm dressed up very neatly or educated, in front of the government organization, I'm still a trans person who is doing sex work. So they will change the story that I have seduced this boy.
Because there's a common belief that most trans people are sex workers in India.
Yeah, yeah. So I would believe myself, keep quiet, and start thinking about first leave the place. Leave the place or leave the state or leave the country. I only know the pain, not the others. So I need to look for the solution. I'm the person who should look for the solution, not the government can give. Because if I go after him, then things can get worse. Because if I try to justify myself, no, I am not a sex worker. He's the guy came to me. He promised me. He did that to me. He did this to me. Nobody will hear that. And out of this love and anxiety and everything, I won't be able to think clearly that time. But after everything gone, I was suicide and everything, and I come out of all this depression, there I can see everything clearly. Oh, this is what this guy did to me.
Okay,
His first
yes.
approach, his plans, his ideas, his this thing, everything was completely. That was not a real love.
No,
He's pretending like he was cheating me.
right.
And his intention was to cheat me. But we realize only afterwards, because the problem is society never accepts us and we don't live our life,
Yeah.
because we are hoping for that. We also want to be happy. We also want to be proud of living our life just like others do.
Yes. So you left India in 2017 and you moved?
Before 2017, I went to different countries. But everywhere in South Asian countries are terrible for this, because Malaysia and all that, not at all good for trans people. Then I was each time, it's like, if I climb 4 steps, I will fall down for the 8 steps. My life was like that. So I tried Malaysia, I tried Middle East. Everywhere I had the feeling that it's not safe. I got that vibes like, but I would say America wasn't my choice at all. But here things are doing well.
That's
So
great.
it's like, maybe God is deciding. as I told you before,
Yeah.
I don't want to plan anything. It will happen. Only thing we have to be confident. We'll be okay. We will be okay. We'll be okay. Move on. That confidence will guide you. That's what I believe. Instead of worrying about, then that will immediately, because our life is such a fragile life,
Yeah.
and we are the people should be aware of it. That's what, even if I hear any news, glad news, I will wait. Okay, shall I smile, or for that also I be a little conscious before I get excited,
I
because I know the
understand.
next moment I don't know what all the consequences it could be, because I'm not a cisgender.
Yeah.
So I now my life taught me to be very careful, be very careful, alert for good things and bad things as well.
Absolutely. And so you like you said that your experience in America has been good. Do you find that people have been more supportive here? That the system even supports you more here as well, or no?
I'm still trying to find emotional support from others. I don't know how far I can. So I'm trying to convince myself. For example, my mother used to say, if you don't have anybody around you, God is there for you. If nobody loves you, you love yourself. If there is nobody to share, you share with you. So my mother is always tells me to do, like, that is great words she used to say. So
Yeah.
I seek emotion from my heart. I'm happy here. I'm working in another dance company. They're very happy with me. They're encouraging me. They're supporting me. They understand me.
That's great.
Yeah, even in this pandemic time, see, I'm
Mm-hmm.
still doing something. I'm not frustrated. I'm still doing some thing, and I'm getting some income. I'm happy with that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to talk to you like this. I
Right.
wouldn't have been in a situation like that.
Has there come a point where you feel proud of who you are? You feel proud of who you've become, who you've been able to be, and the things that you've been able to do for yourself, for your freedom, for your well-being. Has there come a point where you feel like you are grateful for the strength that you have that has pushed you to where you are now?
I mean, the greatest accomplishment, I would say that every human being should realize the reality that one day we will die. One day, definitely, we will die. We never know what will happen tomorrow. We never know. Maybe anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. Our life is such a insecure life. So realizing that, and come out of the illusion, and realize that is a real accomplishment, I would say. So according to my perspective, material accomplishment is no. That will, because material is material. Today your house, the house will be today yours, but tomorrow there'll be someone else. You cannot grab your house and go with you.
True.
Only thing, your body only will be there with you, right? All the other material will leave you. So at that point, internalizing, and then trying to know what's going on, what is the root of your depression and pain, and finding out that, and get the solution without a doctor or anything. That's the great accomplishment. So I am on my way to do that. So I understand my problem is something related to the sex drive, the sexual identification, gender identification, all those stuff. So if I take the gender out of my life, I'm good to go. That means I am not attached with anything. I can live in the life. I can be attached with everybody, but detached at the same time.
Yes.
Every moment I feel accomplished, because every moment teaching me a lesson. And I'm instead of what do you call that? Not I'm accepting and trying to accept that for transgender people, the issues, it's not based on a country or a law. because India is something, America is something, Japan something. It's not like that. In a country, the land, or the government law, that has nothing to do with transgender people's problem. It has to do with humanity, how they're looking at us. People, wherever people are there will be a homophobia, there will be a supporter also. Acceptances come from support, like a job. Try to give them some love. Try to, they're all minority community. They have a lot of things going on. I applied for some job like Target. I didn't get job, I remember the people with me, next to me, they are working there. But in my case, I told the person, or when I went for the interview, I already said that, sir, I'm a transgender person and I'm not a great experience in everything, but I'm ready to work. I'm ready to get your training.
Yeah.
That is my resume. I said, I'm interested. I love to work here. See that investment,
Yeah.
I look at that investment as an asset. That's my asset. That should happen.
Yeah.
Regardless of how qualified they are, forget about that. Let them give a chance. Get a chance and then train them.
For Laksha's safety, there are many things that she could not share. She is still in the process of securing a stable and secure foundation in the United States of America. I hope that Laksha is able to find the peace and happiness that she deserves, and I hope that she's able to find the resources to help her to create that foundation here where she is supported, loved, and celebrated.